Hey all, my name is Carol. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel once again. It's been a very long time. I know I haven't been posting any videos. I've been so busy, but things have kind of calmed down a little bit. So I thought I'll come and discuss about a particular topic with you guys, just to kind of share my experience, and hopefully a lot of you will learn from it. So today's video is going to focus on people or services that people provide from home. So side hustle, guys, side hustle. So if you've got a main job and you're doing a side hustle, this is the place to be. So we are going to focus on a particular topic that I think a lot of people will find interesting and perhaps learn from the things that I have done to kind of solve this issue. And this is to do with people not feeling very comfortable or very happy when providing services, and feeling like the client do not really appreciate their side hustle, or managing a particular issue to do with clients not respecting a person's side hustle. So this is going to be mainly about people who provide side hustles like braiding clients' hair, cooking. What other side hustles are out there? It could be someone who sells clothes, so someone who maybe does bespoke fashion, or tailor as we locally call it. I mean, there are lots of other side hustles out there, but so long as you are providing services to people, because then you are working either one-to-one with individuals or working in a group, provide a service to a group. So that's to do with people, direct contact with people. And people in this hustle bracket, some of them, and this is what I've experienced as well in the past, do feel like clients do not perhaps respect their side hustle. They look down on them. And if you're someone who is very emotional, that can take a really high toll on your well-being, so on your happiness and how you feel about providing that service, or how you feel about working with that person. So it might become much more kind of a personal issue. So today we are going to talk about the different ways that you can mitigate these issues, just to kind of make your job enjoyable for yourself, providing a good service to your clients, and making your money and be happy. So working with people can bring on a lot of sometimes stressful situations, sometimes happy situations, but it needs anyone working with people to learn how to manage their own personal behavior, the way that they present themselves to people, the way they communicate with their clients, the way they talk to them. So whether it's by messages, through WhatsApp or normal message, or through Instagram message, but basically it just boils down to how we communicate with people. And sometimes we cannot control the way that people communicate back at us. So but then it depends on, we need to understand how to communicate with people as well, just to kind of do our own part and maybe minimize the risk of clients feeling or thinking about their job in a particular way. But then again, we can't control how people feel about them. So one of the issues that people have raised, and that I have also experienced, is someone working with a client and the client talking down at their job, talking down at their side hustle, looking or expressing things like, oh, so what do you do? And when the person does explain, oh, this is what I do, the client will be like, no, I mean, what job do you do? And the person will say, but I've just told you this is what I do. One of the ways that I think you who is about to start doing a side hustle, providing services to people, can mitigate this circumstance is, so you are going to be focusing on WhatsApp to communicate with your client. I usually say to people, always encourage your client to send messages and not call on the phone to talk. So let's say a client calls you and wants to book their appointment and all that, encourage them to send you a message. In that message, to just state exactly what they want, so that you can read everything in one or two exchange, and just give them an appointment or explain things to them, but encourage them to send you a message and not to send you many messages regarding one appointment, because sometimes you might not have the time to keep going back and forth with clients' queries, but whereas they could just list everything that they want in one normal message or in 2 maximum. So I do encourage that. So always encourage your client to send you a message. I think it's better. And sending a message as well will enable you to always look back and read what your discussion was with the client and then reply. So it helps you to also think about what you are going to say to the client. And when you put things like that, I think the client it may make the client anyway respect your job a little bit. Another way that you can go about doing this is to maybe use the service of a platform such as Squarespace. So I have used Squarespace for a while now, and I think it's really, really good. I've seen a massive difference because on the platform I have been able to explain what my business is all about, and I think it has also really helped the client to see that my side hustle is structured. Although it's a side hustle, nevertheless it's still a hustle, it's a business. So there's a level of kind of very positive and good first impression that comes out of it. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Squarespace, so I'm just talking about it because I do use it for my service. So that's one of the way that you can sort of present your service and present the admin part of your service to your client without explaining yourself too much. Because then if they need to book an appointment, you refer them, send them your link, they go there, read what they need to read, find out about your business, and if they're happy with it, they go ahead, book their appointment because your calendar will be linked to that. Book their appointment, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. So if they need to send you a picture of their style or discuss that through text message, then that's still fine. But it minimizes the back and forth conversation that might become tedious sometimes when you do not have the time to do that. So that's one of the ways that you can get yourself respected. The third way that you can also impose yourself without coming across rude or anything is to really understand the kind of person that you are. Because when you understand the kind of person that you are and how you take things and how you deal with stressful situation, how you deal with in quote difficult clients, then that can also help you to understand what to do and how to go about presenting that side of you that will not negatively impact your business. So for example, if you're someone who is very emotional, if you're someone who takes things at heart, who is very loud, or who is very expressive of their emotion, and an emotion that might be expressed in a way that is not very professional, then I think you should kind of work on that. Sometimes if you need to kind of just step back, take time out, think about things before going back on that, on your WhatsApp to try and send a text to a client, that's what you need to do. You do that, you do you. Because I think when you're feeling emotional, when you're angry about something that a client say and you say something back when you're still emotional, you saying something very mean to the client, which is not also very nice. So I think working on yourself like that can help you take a step back, reflect, and then come back on a message and send a message that is a bit more polite. That gives a good impression of your business to the client, and therefore minimizes the risk of a client looking down at you. But then again, as I said, you can't control how people behave. You just need to work on your own self. If you already have a client in your home, you're working with them, the way that you communicate with them will kind of pass on a positive message or a negative message. So I know that us, hairdressers have been known, or people just assume that all hairdressers are gossip or all hairdressers are thick in the head. So you have people who have that negative impression of hairdressers, and I think another way to kind of minimize the risk of that happening to you is to be someone who has principles. You have values, you have principles, you respect people. When you book an appointment, you try as much as possible to keep to time. When you do have an appointment, a client in your home, you try as much as possible, and this is really, really important, to have conversations that are constructive, whether to yourself or to your client, and even to your home, because that still boils down to respect. So the type of conversation will also determine the impression that you give to the client, therefore impose respect. So if you're talking about, bring up topic like education, bring up topic like work, because you will find out that you do have a wide range of clients, of different clients from different walks of life, that if you were to tap into their positive energy, you will be boosted. And I think that's really important. You take advantage of that side of the business, that side of the side hustle, that gets you connected to people who can really help you in terms of good advice, guidance. Don't talk about your personal life basically, but stay on to professional, formal conversations that can be so constructive. Because when you meet people like doctors as a client, lawyers, social workers, nurses, what else, carers, even cleaners, teachers, and you have clients who are from so many countries. We have countries within Africa like, I don't know, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Angola, Togo, Ivory Coast, Cameroon. You have a wide range, a variety of clients from different walks of life, from clients from countries, from places like Jamaica, the US, the UK, clients who are black, who are white, who are Asians. You focus on things that are constructive to yourself and to your client. Basically, the way that you approach things, the kind of conversation that you tap into will impose that respect, and therefore somehow impact the client's view of what your business is all about and how you present your business. So it will make you come across a bit more seriously. So yeah, I think there are so many other points or things that you can list, but I think today we've kind of touched on 3 or 4 different things that we can do to kind of make ourselves respected. But it's not about sitting down moaning and crying. It's just about looking for different ways to make your business come